This is Tehilla. She's 5'10", 26, and let's just say she's not your average client. She was a 3-sport athlete and is still extremely active. We're talking powerlifting, bodybuilding, running 3 days a week, high rocks training, and eventually training for a marathon. When she came on board, her maintenance calories were around 2,900, which is extremely high, but that's just because she's extremely active. So I'll be the first to admit, when we first started coaching, I underestimated her maintenance calories a little bit. But after seeing how quickly she reacted to a deficit, I added a little bit more calories and we were back on track in no time. She usually eats around 4 meals a day, and I try to make sure she gets around 30 to 45 grams of protein per meal. For these runs that she goes on, I usually like to add in some rice cakes, some fruit, some honey, some quick digestible carbs just to make sure that she has enough energy throughout these runs and she's not crashing halfway through. She's also eating a good amount of fat throughout the day just to keep her satiated day in and day out. So that looks like 75 to 80 grams per day. And as far as carbs, I'm making sure on the days that she's a little bit more active, she's getting at least 300 grams. She usually ends around 330 to 350 grams per day. She's extremely consistent on her weekly check-ins every Monday, which makes it very easy to keep track of the progress that she's making. When she came to me, she started off at around 188 pounds and is now down to 173 pounds. As she loses this weight, I'm always trying to make sure that her strength isn't dropping drastically and that she has the energy to go into these training sessions. I've also been able to add around 1 cheat meal or maybe even 2 per week. I definitely think that's important if you're a coach and your client is looking forward to some type of meal at the end of the week, because I always say moderation is key. One thing that stands out about her nutrition is how collaborative we've been able to be with the recipes that she sends me and different protein sources. With everything that she sends me, I always try to make it work for her weekly nutrition plan. We adjust macros, swap ingredients, and rotate protein sources just to make sure her digestion is on point. Chicken, salmon, beans, and beef, these are all things that she eats throughout the week. And making sure that she gets enough fiber, usually around 10 grams per 1,000 calories, is also something I try to be very keen on. She's been able to drop body weight, keep her strength, and elevate her endurance through the roof. This is the leanest and strongest she's ever been, all while fueling her runs and lifting heavy 5 days a week. If you want a personalized plan that fits your lifestyle, not just some cookie cutter nutrition sheet, shoot me a DM with the word coaching and let's build a plan that revolves around your lifestyle.